Hello, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to the Great Big Card Swap, November 2021, Part 2B. Last night we had Part 2A, and I had to cut it short because I ran out of time and we had a basketball playoff game to go to, and so I'm finishing up the cards that I started last night. We are in the middle of our box of 75 Christmas cards, and we have about 50 left to go tonight. This is the Great Big Card Swap. If this is your first time watching, this is how it works. You send in a card, you get to see them all in our showcase video, and then you get one back. I mix them all up and I send them back. So when you send your card, you want to make sure to include a return postage stamp. If you're an international stamper, if you live in another country outside of the United States, you can still participate. I would love for you to send in your cards. Postage is a little bit of an issue because you won't be able to send a stamp that I can use to send your card back. So make sure to check the link in the video description when we're all done. I have a PayPal button set up, and for $5 USD, that will cover 3 international return postage stamps. So you can pay one time through the PayPal and have your postage paid up for 3 card swaps, either all in the same month or all in different months. I highly recommend that you send ahead if you're sending especially internationally, because the postal system is just a little busy right now, and so it might take longer than normal. There is a new theme each month. So the theme for this month that I'm showing you are the November cards, and the theme was Christmas. If you're sending for December, the theme is winter. And if you'd like to send ahead to January, make sure you mark the envelope January. The theme for January is love. So Valentine's Day or wedding or anniversary, any kind of love theme for January, you can go ahead and work on your cards and send them in. Here's the address to send to. I'll put that in the video description as well. Send your cards to Julie Davison, P.O. Box 6164, Champaign, Illinois 61826. Right now we're doing video showcases every 2 weeks or twice a month. So in December, our video showcases will be Tuesday, December 14th and Tuesday, December 28th. I can't believe it's December already. Oh my goodness. Quick announcement. If you love deals, Stampin' Up! Just updated the clearance rack this morning, and the last chance sales started. So there are some amazing deals up to 50 and 60% off. You can shop in my online store at juliedavison.com/shop. In today's video, I will not be demonstrating any cards, but I will be sharing 50 Christmas cards that were sent in by other swappers. So let's jump in and get started. Oh my goodness. I think I have these sorted a little bit. I tried to sort kind of by theme. So this one has some pink and also some ornaments. Look at this first card. This one is from Julie Wilson. Jewels by Jules. I love that. She says, pull the side of the ribbon. And so this is a fun card because when you pull it out, the whole card comes. Isn't that cool? I love this. This would be a fun card to stick a gift card in, or even just like a photo or something like that to have kind of a fun reveal. Oh my goodness. This uses the Whimsy and Wonder designer paper, as well as the white glittered organdy ribbon and the whimsical trees stamp set and bundle. What a fun card, Julie. Thank you so much for sending this in. This reminds me that the Whimsy and Wonder designer paper that Julie used on her card is one of the things in the last chance list that's retiring. Some of the things that are retiring are also on sale, so I'll try to point them out if we have some cards that use those items. But I think the white glittered ribbon is retiring, not on sale, and the Whimsy and Wonder paper as well. Oh my goodness. Next up is this beautiful Merriest Moments card by Cindy Peckett. And I was just floored by this combination. We've got this pearlescent paper with the pink. This is the brushed metallic paper in rose. Oh my goodness. Blushing Bride, a little bit of gold ink here. Can you see the difference between the shimmer cardstock base and the pearlescent paper on top? It is so beautiful in person. Oh my goodness, Cindy. I was so excited to see your card. You got Stampin' on the inside too. Oh, this Merriest Moments bundle is one of my favorite. It's one of those where the die cut fits inside, the die fits inside of the hybrid embossing folder. So you can die cut and emboss at the same time. I'm just trying to look over the list to see if it is one of the things that are retiring. And I don't see it immediately on the list. So hopefully that means it's sticking around. Let's get out the catalog. That might be the easiest way, the easiest way to look. So this is in the July through December catalog. Merriest Moments is on page 43. So let's flip really quick so you can see right here on page 43. And I'm looking at my list, which is sorted by page number. And I don't see it. So this is going to carry over probably to the next July through December catalog. So if you haven't gotten it yet, you have some time and it'll be available next year as well. But this one's really cool. Here it shows you how the die fits into that embossing folder. And then there's different ways to do it. Really beautiful. I think there's another card in the box that uses the same bundle, but this combination is just so beautiful. Well done, Cindy. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Oh, here's a fun card from Jake Myers. Jake, this is so much fun. I love all the detail here. The embossing folder, the detailed die cuts. Your cards are always just totally blinged out and they make me smile every single time. There's a little bit on the inside too with the detailed die cut. Candy cane, and then the embossed image here, wishing you warm and wonderful blessings of Christmas. Oh, I love it. A little gatefold, fun fold card here. Jake, thank you so much for pouring your heart into your wonderful creations and sharing them with us. It just makes my day. Every time I see an envelope with your name on it, I know it's going to be a special card. Here's one from Marie Ferrito, and she says she used the alcohol ink on the back of the window sheet, the bright baubles bundle, adorning designs, decorative masks, and iridescent ice embossing folder. Oh, wow. I have to take this out of the plastic so you guys can see. So Marie used the embossing paste and iridescent ice embossing powder to do these glittery snowflakes on the background. So it's a mask and then the embossing paste through the mask. And then this glitter ornament, I guess it's not a glitter. We have this, the alcohol behind the vellum. It is so beautiful. It really just pops. I love every detail about this, Marie. Oh, and you got the inside too. Wishing you love, joy, and happiness this coming year. What a special card. Thank you so much, Marie, for sending this in. I know someone is going to be so delighted to get this card. Now, these next few cards all use the same bundle, and it's one that I haven't gotten yet. So let me just pull it up and show you. It's called Bright Baubles on page 40 of the annual catalog, not the annual catalog, the mini catalog, July through December, and I'm checking the list. It is confusing. I'm pretty sure it's retiring. In fact, is it on sale? No, it's not on sale. The stamp set is retiring and the dies I think are just listed in a different place. That's what I'm trying to figure out. The delicate bauble dies. Yes. Okay. It's all retiring. The stamp set, the dies. So the detailed dies are really gorgeous and I think they kind of get overlooked. And these cards here really showcase these beautiful detailed dies. So the outline and then the detail, the outline and the detail, and then we've got the Merry and Bright and the Joy and the Tree. So there's so many different ways to use these beautiful dies. So if you've been thinking about this one, you definitely want to get it. Now that the last chance list has been posted, everything is available only while supplies last. So it's possible now that things will sell out before the end of the catalog. Now there are a few things. Stampin' Up! Did change their policy about back-ordered items. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. They changed their policy about back-ordered items. It used to be that when items went into back order, you could still order them, but they were getting so many back orders, literally hundreds and hundreds and thousands of items on back order, that it's creating just a situation that is not good to be able to follow up and send all those orders. So in order to avoid lengthy back orders and having you pay for something and then wait so long for it, they've just, once something is on back order, they're just shutting off the item number temporarily until it's back in stock. So if you encounter something in the online store and it says that it's out of stock, most of the time it will mean that it's coming back. It's just temporarily out of stock. So if you have any questions about inventory or things like that, you can shoot me a message, let me know, put a comment out there, and I'll try to watch for it and answer. This card is from Eva White. I love how she did the inside with the embossing folder, Tasteful Textile. And then using that same embossing folder on the front. These are such pretty colors for Christmas. Blushing Bride, Polished Pink, and Mint Macaron. A little bit of Misty Moonlight in there as well. The same paper, different pattern over here. This card is by Margie Vaselski. I hope I got that right, Margie. Oh my goodness. I just love these detailed die cuts. I love that you did it in the silver foil. And then you've got the blocking here with the different designer paper. This Whimsy and Wonder paper is one of my favorites from the catalog, which really surprised me because I wasn't so sure about the colors at first, but it's really grown on me. And I think it's just so delightful and fun for Christmas. Awesome cards, Margie and Eva. Thank you so much for sharing those. Here's a couple more using that same Whimsy and Wonder designer paper. This one is also by Eva. Let's see if she's got something inside. This is a different ornament set, and she's colored it and then added some Wink of Stella on top. I love the combination of the ribbon. That frayed pink ribbon is one of the first items that has completely sold out from the July through December mini catalog. So unfortunately, if you didn't get it, I don't think we're getting more of that back in stock. Nothing on the inside there, but such a beautiful card. Eva, thank you so much for sharing your beautiful designs with us. Oh my gosh, Pat Stewart sent this one in with this cute pig. I got this stamp set and I haven't used it yet. It is so cute. It's towards the back of the mini catalog, and there's a polar bear on a bike and the little, I don't know, what is that? Like not a head. Is it a hedgehog? With a bowl of apples. I think that's apples. Some kind of yummy yums, and then the little pig with the coffee. So stinking cute. I've got to get this stamp set out, Pat. Thank you so much for the inspiration. I love how you have the little Z fold and the designer paper here on the inside, so you can still see that from the front, but also the inside has a little more decoration. What a fun card, Pat. Thank you so much for sharing that. All right, our next little batch, I'm just going to pull these out. I think the theme here, well, the first few are deer, reindeer and deer, and then we have some birds, and then like some outdoor, like cabin, you know, kind of outside scene. So this first one is by Julie Wilson, and she used that embossing folder. Let's get this card back out. The embossing folder that Cindy used, but instead of die cutting it, she just used it as an embossing folder. I love how that looks as a background. Really cute. And then we've got the colored reindeer up here with the wonderful snowflake in the background. Little Christmas tidings designer paper. Such perfect classic Christmas colors. So I love the little bird inside. Julie, thank you so much for this card that makes us smile. It is just so cute. You know what? I'm going to jump ahead really quick here, because here is the other card that uses this same bundle and the same embossing folder. This one is by Kathy Bradley. Let's open up and see really quick if she's got just a layer inside. I'll show you really quick. Just a blue layer, leaving it blank so you can write a nice message. But I love the colors here. Misty Moonlight, Shaded Spruce, and Real Red. So pretty for Christmas. I don't usually pull blue for Christmas, but I always love it. And it's in that designer paper too, that Whimsy and Wonder. Okay, so two different versions here of that Merriest Moments bundle. We've got Kathy's blue version and Cindy's pink, sparkly pink one. I just love that card. All right, so that one uses the same embossing folder. Next card here is from Carol Alanis. This is a similar technique here with the designer paper, the color blocking, as this card that Margie did. So almost similar measurements too. So just, it's really funny how you change the paper and it like totally changes the look of the card, isn't it? Because these cards are essentially the same in their layout, but they look so different with the different colors. I love the traditional red and green here. This designer paper is Peaceful Place, or no, Peaceful Dear, Peaceful Christmas designer paper from the mini catalog, not the mini catalog, Celebration. That was in August and September. It was an item that you could get for free during Celebration in August and September, a 12 by 12 paper pack. And I just love those designs. So classic, so Christmas. Speaking of Peaceful Dear, here is a Peaceful Dear card. This one is really fun by Molly Joubert. Yeah, it's her first time swapping. Molly, I'm so glad that you sent this card in. The Deer Builder Punch is back in stock. So if you've been waiting for this one or the Penguin Builder Punch, you'll be happy to know it is back in stock now. This Peaceful Dear stamps that really pretty background created with the trees and the snowflakes, and then the foreground here is just marked off and sponged to create that light background. I really love that, and especially the little cut greeting here, Merry Christmas. That is such a fun card, clean and simple, but just those little details of the twine and the cut greeting really make it so special. I'm so happy that you were able to participate in this swap, Molly. Thank you so much for sending that in. Here's a deer card. This one is by Lori Sorrells, and she sent an extra for me, if I'm remembering correctly. Yes. We have the evergreen embossing folder in the background here, and then, oh my gosh, I forgot the name of this stamp set. It's in the annual catalog, and it has some other animals in it, the deer and the bunny and a fox, I think, as well. A beautiful, beautiful stamp set, and really fun for Christmas too. I love that. Thank you so much, Lori, for sending in this beautiful card. Going along the theme here with animals, we got a beautiful bird card. You know, I thought that this woodland embossing folder, I thought that it was in the annual catalog, but it must have been retired because I saw it for a brief moment in the clearance rack. It did sell out early, so if you're looking at clearance rack deals, do not wait. Everything is while supplies last in the clearance rack, so you want to make sure to order early for the best selection. You can go to the clearance rack in my online store at juliedavison.com/shop. This card is from Ellen Arsenault. She's from Canada and sent in this beautiful card using that bird stamp. This one is also one that's retiring. Let's look at it really quick in the catalog. It's actually one that I don't have. It's kind of been on my radar. So beautiful. I think I don't have it because like I'm not a big fan of coloring, but oh my gosh, Ellen, this card is so gorgeous. I love it. A little bit of that bedazzling paper really just dresses it up and makes it so festive. Beautiful card, Ellen. Thank you so much for sharing it. Here's another one with birds. This is not Stampin' Up! Paper, but this is die cut birds and then a die cut label in the background too. Oh my gosh, this card is just so beautiful. So many details. I do recognize this mercury acetate from Stampin' Up! And I just love the layout. Beautiful card. This one is from Tony Sneed. Oh, look at this. That is so special. It is so beautiful on the front, and then you open it up and we have that beautiful little scene. Tony said, this card began life as a case, but evolved into a totally different card. I love the original, but like this even more. I love it when that happens. I'm going to put this over here. This card is so beautiful, Tony. I'm so glad that you shared it with us. I love when cards kind of take their own turn and become their own, and this one, it really is truly special. Next up, we have a card from Sharon Rowland. She did a little easel card. So you have a Z-fold card, and then this, I guess it's not a Z-fold. It's a regular card front that's scored in half, and then the card front is attached only to the bottom half, so that when you pull it up, you can tuck it behind an element in the middle of the card that will prop it up and hold it in place. So this is the easel card. We've got the Peaceful Cabin stamp set and bundle, and then the Peaceful Place designer paper. The Peaceful Place designer paper currently is not orderable, but it will be back in stock around December 10th. So if this is something you've had your eye on, I promise it is coming back. I love this card, Sharon. Thank you so much for sending this in. She's got this piece here. It says, this is here to protect the gems inside. So always a good idea when you're sending cards like this to have a protective layer. In fact, when I send your cards back, I will include that little postcard. I'll include one of these, and the purpose of it is to protect your card from all the rhinestones and embellishments from poking through the envelope. So when you're sending cards back, you can use this card to protect your card that you're sending back to me, or you can hang on to this, share it with a friend. Some of you send in multiple cards, and so you get multiple postcards back. So use them to protect your card in transit as you're sending your cards in, or share them with a friend. When you're sending cards to the Great Big Card Swap, you can send as many cards as you like. I just ask that they all be different so that we have a variety when we're sharing cards during the video showcase. Here's a card that I made. I was so inspired by our last Great Big Card Swap video showcase. There were 3 cards that were very similar and used this spanner panel style. And so I made my own version with the Peaceful Cabin designer paper and stamp set. I made this with my stamp club last month, and they loved it so much. I think everybody was really excited to get to make this card and falling in love with that Peaceful Cabin. Little Winkastella for snow on the roof and here in front of the house. Really special card. So this one's from me, and it's going in the Great Big Card Swap. So one of you will get my card in the mail, and I get to keep one of your cards. Oh my gosh, it's going to be impossible to pick. This next one is from Maya Galentine. This uses the Trimming the Town designer paper. This was in the fall catalog last year, and Maya has cut out the houses from the designer paper. I love the colors here. Misty Moonlight, Old Olive, Pool Party, and Early Espresso. Really fun scene with all these little cut images. And then I love how you incorporated the designer paper on the inside as well. Maya, thank you so much for sharing this special card. It really makes me so excited for Christmas. We don't get snow here in Central Illinois until a little bit later in this season. We were just talking about that today. Anna says, it doesn't look like it's December, but winter doesn't start until December 21st. And occasionally we'll get a light snow, but usually we don't get a lot of snow until more like January or February. So tell me, have you gotten snow where you live yet? Or maybe you don't get snow at all. Maybe it's too warm. So leave a comment and let me know if you have already had snow yet this November or December. We actually, one year, we did have some snow on Halloween. So it snowed in October. That was kind of unusual. This next card is from Nancy Ross, and she used the Snowfront stamp set. It says retired, but I love how the images in this set create a little scene. There's a new stamp set coming out in the January through June mini catalog that's called Oceanfront, and it's the same sort of style of water brush strokes, like watercolor brush strokes, to create a scene. But as you can imagine from the name, it creates like oceanfront. So this one was called Snowfront. We also had a waterfront and My Meadow, and this new one is called Oceanfront. I can't wait to play with it. All right, awesome card, Nancy. Thank you so much for sharing that. Oh, look at this one. This comes from Hilda Gross, and she's from Alberta, Canada. Oh my gosh, Hilda, thank you so much. I don't recognize this stamp set, so I don't think it's Stampin' Up, but I love this scene inside the front and the same stamp used to emboss here on the front. This is such a beautiful card. I love every single detail. The softly falling embossing folder, the cowboy die cut here, the embossed cabin, even the little rope with the twine and the horseshoe. This is just such a special card. I love it so much. And the glitter and the sentiment. A Christmas blessing to you. Hilda, thank you so much for sending your card in and sharing it for the Great Big Card Swap. I know someone is going to be so excited to get your card, and I'm sure you'll love the card that you get in return. Let's keep going. Our next little category here is poinsettias. We had an older poinsettia designer paper. I think this was it last year, the year before? I want to say last year. And so both of these cards use that poinsettia designer paper. This first one is from Evelyn Boswell. And she has a designer paper card front. So what's going on here is we got a white card base with a 1-inch strip of cardstock here in the front. And then the designer paper is glued to that flap. So you can see both the front and the inside of the designer paper. I love that because it's so hard. Sometimes I don't want to cover up both sides of the paper because it's so gorgeous. So this is a fun way to show off both sides. A little bit of the bedazzling chunking glitter paper from Celebration really makes this card so festive and fun. Wishing you a heavenly Christmas filled with all God's love and blessings. Oh my gosh, Evelyn, I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that. Same designer paper pack here, just different designer paper. We've got the holly pattern from that Poinsettia Plays. Oh, and it's a pocket card. This is so much fun. So it is a piece of 12 by 12 designer paper, 12 by 4, and then it's scored every, no, 12 by 5.5, and it's scored every 4 inches so that you have sort of a trifold, and then the last one is cut diagonally to create a pocket, and then another piece of cardstock to create the pocket here. A little tag. This is from a kit that Stampin' Up! Had last year tucked inside there. Such a great card layout here for doing like a gift card or a gift like that. 'Tis the Season. This one is from Terilyn Witt. Terilyn, thank you so much for sharing this beautiful card. I forgot about these little pocket cards. I haven't made one in a little while, but I'm definitely going to do this again for Christmas with gift cards. Next up, we're using poinsettias. And this card is from Rebecca Barber. She used this poinsettia and embossed it in white. And it looks like textured like watercolor paper, and then sponged and like brushed the ink over it. So we're doing an emboss resist. So the embossed image resists the ink and shows through as white. Such a beautiful card. So soft and pretty. I love this so much. Here's a great way to do a little layering behind your label. She used the Everyday Label Punch and then punched it again in green and cut it into quarters to tuck a little bit behind each corner and make that pop with color behind it. Such a beautiful card, Becky. Thank you so much for sending that in. Here's another one using Poinsettia Place. This one is by Kimberly Barbish, and she has used the shimmer vellum. This is the in color shimmer vellum. So she's embossed in silver on the shimmer vellum and then die cut it and layered it together. The green is also shimmer vellum from the in color. Looks like a little present with the Whimsy and Wonder designer paper and silver foil accents. Such a beautiful card. Oh my goodness. Poinsettia Petals stamp set. I'm going to move this up here so you can see. She does have some measurements, so I'll pause if you guys want to take a quick screenshot and make this at home. A lot of it is going to be that die cut vellum, the die cut shimmer vellum. I got to use that some more. I always forget about it, but that is so beautiful. All right, next up, more poinsettias. This is a different stamp set from Molly Joubert. Yay, another card from Molly. I'm so happy that you're participating in the Great Big Card Swap, Molly. I love this tasteful textile embossing folder in the background. Color on color here with a scallop rectangle stitched die from the Stitch So Sweetly set, and then another one for the Sentiment Sending Love and Peace this season. So beautiful. Let's see, she says the stamp set is called Reason for the Season. I remember that stamp set. It's kind of a fun 2-step stamp set, and so you can add those different layers in there. Thank you so much, Molly, for sharing your card. Next up, we have one from Pat Stewart. What is the name of this paper? Oh, First Frost, I think it is. This is that one. We shared a card yesterday. So you can see on one side it has silver and the other side is a beautiful photographic kind of image. This is a Z-fold card with a card front that goes all the way across and fills. And then a little bit more of the peak of paper in there. Such a beautiful card. This paper is just gorgeous. Pat, thank you so much for sharing it. Here's another one using that same paper pack, just a different pattern. This one is from Carrie Koss, and this is a bridge card. So you have a card piece that is scored. It does fold flat and fit into a regular envelope, but then it also folds out to create kind of a diorama image. This one is really pretty. I love the purple. This is Purple Posy cardstock, which is in the clearance rack right now for $3.75 a package. What a steal! And the stamp set is retiring and the dies are on sale. Let me grab out that flyer really quick and show you. The Snow Time Dies, which coordinates with the stamp set, is retiring, and the Snow Time Dies are now on sale for $26.40. Let me see if I can find that in the catalog really quick. I feel like it should be right around this page. There it is. Snow Wonder is the name of the stamp set. And I have to say, it doesn't look like much in the catalog when it's in gray, but once you color it, it just comes to life. I love purple for Christmas, and this is just so beautiful. Carrie, thank you so much for sending your card in. I know someone's really going to love that one. Here's another cute snowman. This one is from Ann Hansen. I love this fun card, this fun fold. So this piece of designer paper tucks behind the card back inside. So you have a flip two ways. It flips open and then it flips this way. This is designer paper from last year, and I love the blues. This iridescent ribbon was in the clearance rack. Not sure if it's still there. It might have sold out already, but really gorgeous, fun, and frosty. Was this supposed to be for, no, it doesn't Merry Christmas. I was just thinking this card would be perfect for our winter theme next month. And I feel bad because the cards all come in together. So we've got November and December, Christmas and winter. And so sometimes I don't catch it and I take the card out and I put it with the Christmas one. It was supposed to be winter. And so if I messed up your card, I'm so sorry. Make sure you write on the envelope, and I do try to watch for that. So if I miss it, I do apologize. But either way, you're getting a beautiful card in return. Next up is Barb Godin. She sent in this card with this stitch snowman. Oh my gosh, this is really beautiful. The detail on your card is so amazing. We've got stamping on the inside. Of course, I'm going to put that over here. And this is what I love. I'm going to bring out this one again from Carrie. She used that Snowflake embossing folder on white cardstock. This is the same embossing folder, but on vellum. And it just makes those snowflakes pop. Anytime you emboss with vellum, like, you get such a detailed image with a different kind of depth, because it makes it a different color, right? It makes it like white, and then the vellum is a little bit lighter in the background. This has got so many details with the glitter glue all the way around, the stitch die cut, the snowflakes, and the beautiful coloring. Oh my goodness, Barb, thank you so much for sharing this amazing card. More snowflakes. This is using the Peaceful Place designer paper. This one is from Joan Talent, and Joan, I'm pretty sure this was the card. You sent it to me and they returned it to you, and then you sent it again and the address was exactly the same. So I don't know why they sent it back to you. I'm so sorry that you had to spend an extra postage stamp to get it to me, but you did have the address right because it found its way to me. I think sometimes there's just glitchy things, but I'm not sure what happened, but I'm glad that you persisted so we could share your beautiful card. This one is, what do we call this? A flat fold, maybe? So it has a little circle cut out. Sometimes when I make it, I put in the circle punch or the die, and I die cut the whole thing. And then I just cover up the other half of the circle with this inside piece. And then this circle mounted here fits inside of that like half circle. This one is so beautiful. We've got the Peaceful Place designer paper, and then the detailed dies with the snowflake out of different silver foil. And then each snowflake is beautiful, sparkling, and special. Oh my gosh, this could be perfect for winter as well. And I hope I didn't misread the envelope. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be for Christmas, but it works either way, right? You're going to get a beautiful card in return. This next one is by Rose Spivey, Snowflake Wishes. Oh no, is this another one I messed up? Rose, I know you said you sent some cards for December, and I'm not sure if this was one of them. Sometimes it's hard. You guys are always asking me about the themes and you want to know like more than a month in advance. But if I have more than 2 months of cards here at once, I might lose my mind. It's so hard to keep them straight already. I can't imagine more than 2 months going at once. So I apologize if I mix them up. This one's from Rose, and I love the scripty embossing folder in the background. That one was in the clearance rack today. It might still be if you'd like it. And then we've got this snowflake that is die cut and stamped and layered together. Really beautiful. Snowflake Wishes. I love these sparkly gems on there. And Rose, you stamped on the inside. I always love that. Thank you so much for sharing this beautiful card. I know it's December, but I'm not ready for snow. Well, thankfully we won't have to deal with it. Although we did have some snow when we were driving home from Michigan. There was some snow the day after, or a couple days after Thanksgiving, and we drove right out of it. So we left it behind in Michigan. Here's another one with snowflakes. This one's from Carmen Miyoshi, and she not only sent an extra for me, but she also sent an extra for Mom. Oh my gosh, Carmen, Mom was so happy when I was there over Thanksgiving. She showed me this card that she got from you, and you totally made her day. Thank you so much for sending an extra for me, but also for sending an extra for Mom. The details on this card are amazing. We've got die cut from the brushed metallic cardstock and the silver pack, and then the coordinating heat embossed swirl there. I love that with the copper and the silver and the gold, every little detail here. Tidings of Christmas designer paper strips, and then this fun border is from the new Snowflake set that's in the mini catalog. I'm going to play with that one later this week. May the happiness of family, the joys of friendship, and the warmth of love surround you this season. What a great sentiment too. Oh, Carmen, thank you so much for sharing this card. I'm glad I get to keep one so somebody else can get this one back in the mail. Here's another snowflake. This one's from Rosemary McDougall, and she's using some of that Peaceful Christmas designer paper, that tree in the background, plus the snowflakes with the scallop border. And then can you see there's a glitter? I don't know if that's washi tape. I think it is, but it could be like Terran tape with glitter on top. Either way, a fun, sparkly detail to this card. Little stamping on the inside. Rosemary, thank you so much for sharing this card. I love the combination of red and white snowflakes. I love the way it pops against the red, and it's so like unexpected, right? Because for Christmas and for snowflakes we always think about blue, but I think having the red is a unique combination. It looks like we have some more snowflakes, so let's bust out our last little stack of cards here. This first one is from Pat Stewart. She says she's cased this one from Laura Bardo. This is from the annual catalog, and the die cuts out this amazing border that has the stitching and the snowflakes, and so when you pop up a piece of designer paper or cardstock underneath, it really just pops. Christmas blessings to you and yours. What a great card, Pat. Thank you so much for sending this one in. I have this die and I haven't used it in a while, so I'm definitely going to get that out again. Next up is a card from Sue Polinsky. This one just came today. Because I didn't get through all the cards last night, I was able to get back over to the P.O. Box and collected a few more cards for our Christmas swap. And so this was one of them. It just made it, Sue. I'm so glad that we could share it in tonight's video. I love this little fold. We have almost like it's almost in half. And so the pieces that we see on the right are also on the inside of the card. So beautifully decorated with the Beauty of the Earth designer paper and the wintry embossing folder that has the pine needles, and the other one is snowflakes. Such a great card, Sue. Thank you so much for sharing that. Oh, next up we have a card from Kimberly Barbish. Look at the backside. This is where you're going to write your message, all decked out with a scallop contour and stitched rectangle dies. And then I'm gonna have to untie this so you guys can see inside. Kimberly, thank you so much for sending an extra for me. Oh, I always feel spoiled when you do that. Are you guys ready for this? We're gonna open it up, and it's, oh my gosh, even better than I expected. I knew it was gonna fold out into like this little box, but these extra little pop-ups, I was like, how can that even happen? What? It all fits flat. It's a little bulky, but it still folds completely flat. And then when you open it up, do you see how those just like pop into place? These colors are beautiful too. We've got this designer paper from last year with Pool Party, Pacific Point, and Rich Raspberry, and then some Highland Heather in there, Night of Navy, Blackberry Bliss. Like, oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. And the little sparkly paper too. Wow, Kimberly, you've outdone yourself again. I'm excited I get to keep this one, and someone else will be excited to get it in the mail. That is what's so fun about the Great Big Card Swap, is that you send in a card, get to show off your own artwork, and then you get a fun surprise back in the mail. Oh my goodness. All right, more beautiful cards. You guys did such a good job. I swear, every month I think, how can it possibly get better? And you guys just always knock it out of the park every single month. This next card is from Maya Galentine. I love these detailed bell dies. These were in the catalog last year, so they're retired now, but so festive and fun with the plaid tiding designer paper background. I always love stamping on the inside. May you cherish the wonder of the season now and throughout the year. That's a good one. Cherish the Season is the name of that bundle with the jingle bells. Really beautiful card, Maya. Thank you so much for sharing it. Oh, look at the sparkle on this one. This is from Nina Rappeline. And this is, what do we call this? I can't remember. I made a card like this. A standing... Oh. Well, if you know the name of this card, leave a comment and let me know. I did make a card like this before, so I'll link up to the video in the video description so you can see how I made it. Nita's measurements might be slightly different from mine, and I guess I'll check and see what I called it back then. I don't remember. This uses the Tidings of Christmas designer paper, the Sparkle of the Season. No, not Sparkle of the Season. This is the one with the punch. What's the name of this one? Let's take a look really quick. Page 14 with the Starlight Punch. And the name of the stamp set is Stars Are Shining. Let's see really quick if this one is one that is retiring. The Stars Are Shining. It is retiring. The Stars Are Shining stamp set. And then maybe the punch is not retiring. Some of them are split with the dies in the back and the other thing. The Starlit Punch might not be retiring, but the stamp set is. I don't see the punch offhand on this list, so it might be carrying over. That's what the stars are made of. I hope it is, because it's really versatile to be able to punch out so many different kinds of stars to use for different occasions. Oh, beautiful card. Thank you so much, Nina, for sharing that. Here's another one. I love these dark colors for Christmas. This is from Jake Myers. Another gatefold card here. And look, Jake has included a little package of extra goodies. We have some sequins and some tags and some fun things for you to use on your Christmas crafting. Jake, thank you so much for sending an extra little tree. I'll be sending that along in the card, so whoever gets this card will also get that little package of goodies. It's so thoughtful of you to send that. I love this designer paper with the music and the Christmas die cuts. Totally blinged out as usual and beautiful. Thank you so much, Jake, for sharing this card and the special little treat inside. Look at this one from Lou Bennett. This looks like several die cuts here to build the truck and then the trees in the background. This one just reminds me so much of going to pick out a tree, and we haven't had a real tree in a long time. When we first were married, we got a real tree every year, but after that we were traveling a lot and it was just so hard to keep a real tree. So I would love to know, leave a comment and let me know, do you put up a real tree for Christmas, or do you put up a fake tree? An artificial tree, I guess it would be a better, but what's the right word to say without sounding cheap? I really love our fake tree, actually. We got one 18 years ago when Thomas was born, and it just looks very realistic, and it's starting to like fall apart after 18 years, and the pre-lit lights don't work anymore, but we still put it up and put new lights on it, and it's beautiful. This year we're hosting, so we've been thinking about getting a real tree this year. May your Christmas sparkle with joy, love, and happiness. May your home be warm with Christmas cheer, and peace abide throughout the year. Oh, that is a good one. Thank you so much for sending in that card, Lou. Next up, we have a card from Pat Stewart. I love this designer paper. This was from last year, and it had like a whole countdown calendar, if I'm remembering right. There were some fun memories and more cards that went with it. Here's another one where Pat used the everyday label punch to stamp the sentiment, and then punched another one in designer paper and cut it in half to layer above and below. Really clever way to add some layering to your punches by using the same punch. Really fun. Thinking of you at Christmas. That one works for so many things. Thank you, Pat, for sending that. Here's one from Jade Chu. Jade did a Z-fold card with some of the painted Christmas designer paper. And these stamps look like, I think maybe from one of the kit collection kits, the Santa tag maybe. It looks a little bit different than the painted Christmas stamp set, I forget the name of that stamp set. The label set is with the detailed pine dies. And then we've got, I love this sentiment here, Christmas to Remember is where that stamp comes from. Pink and green for Christmas. This is Rococo Rose. Such a really pretty combination. I love that. Jay, thank you so much for sending that in. We have a few more cards to share, and we're almost done with our great big card swap Christmas card showcase. This next one is from Cindy Taylor. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful image here. I love the bright blue Bermuda Bay for Christmas. And then this is not a Stampin' Up stamp, but it is just so festive and just makes me feel so like classic and timeless with the Christmas decorating. I haven't done any Christmas decorating yet, so I'm excited that that I get to do that this weekend. She says, this is my first attempt at watercoloring with Stampin' Up reinkers. I haven't used these colors for Christmas. Stamp and Spray are another company. Yes, so the stamp is, and the spray, she said the blue spray is from another company, but she used the reinkers from Stampin' Up to color this image. Really pretty. And like I said, just feels so classic and timeless for Christmas. I love it. In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas. Most certainly with that card. This next one is from Mary Ferrito, and this is a fun shaker card. The gingerbread stamp set had a punch long ago, and I'm trying to figure out if this card, okay, I thought maybe it had a spinner. Oh, the whole card front is the shaker. Oh my gosh, I love that. It is leaking a little bit. This is really fun. So I see the little thread in there, but it is just holding the gingerbread guy in place. Really, really fun. Oh my gosh. This is a fun one. I recently shared a shaker card, a little bit different than this one, but you can actually use these clear envelopes, which are available from the Stampin' Up! Online store. They're called medium clear envelopes. And you can put your shaker material right inside of the envelope and seal it with a little window sheet to create a flap card. Really fun. I'll link to that video in the description so you guys can check it out. Mary, thank you so much for sharing this fun card. I love all the glitter snowflakes around it as well. Next card is from Marie Ferrito, and she used this beautiful background stamp. This is in the annual catalog, and it's all one stamp. So beautiful here, embossed in white on the basic gray, and then a little bit of that silver embossing, 'tis the season with the twine. Oh my goodness, just breathtaking. I love this like classic look for Christmas. Love and joy come to you, and may it last through the whole year through. Beautiful card, Marie. Thank you so much for sending in your cards. I'm so happy to see another mother-daughter stamping combination. You guys are just so amazing, and I love that you shared your cards with us. And I think, oh yes, you sent a little money too. I had a little note, a little note on my desk. Thank you so much for sending a little extra money for envelopes. That was very thoughtful of you. Next up, we have a card from Winnie Ankebrett. We shared a card yesterday from Winnie. Winnie is 99 years young. Oh my goodness. I love so much that she is crafting still using, this is the hand-penned floral designer paper from the annual catalog with Highland Heather. Just so pretty and bright. This one's not necessarily Christmas, but you know, sometimes people just need a thinking of you card. It doesn't have to be Christmas. So Winnie, thank you so much for sharing this card. I really do love that Z fold, and I love the colors, and love that you're still crafting and coming up with fun ideas to share with your family and friends. You are a treasure. Next, we have a fun card from Pat Stewart, and Pat sent an extra one from me. Thank you so much, Pat. This is a little easel with a 2022 calendar. Isn't that fun? You can write your message here on the back and send that as a Happy New Year greeting. It folds flat, so it's going to fit into a regular envelope, and then when they get it, they can prop it up like this and have it on display on their desk. What a fun way to have a desk calendar. Pat, thank you so much for sending one for me and for sharing one for a swapper at home. I'm sure they're going to love getting this card. Just a couple left. This one is from Deb Rupp. She says she was looking to do something different and used the Amaryllis Abloom stamp set. This is one of the host sets in the July through December mini catalog. Love the colors here, the bright green. This is a Christmas flower, but I was not really aware of it until the stamp set. So I love how you incorporated that, and the gold foil really steps it up and makes it festive. This punch, the Timeless Label Punch, is one of my favorite, and it's in the clearance rack. You guys, it's normally an $18 punch, and it's on sale for $10.80. Make sure you check out the clearance rack. I've shown you several things tonight that are in the clearance rack, and these deals are amazing. Shop early for the best selection. There's the Timeless Label Punch. It is one of my favorite. 2 more cards to share with you. Actually 3, because the first one is from Cheryl McLean, and she said, I can keep one. Oh my gosh, how fun are these? This totally reminds me of a leprechaun, but I also love it for a Christmas suit. These suit jackets are amazing. I can't decide which one, because I also really, really love this blue. Like, I could just totally see that being like a blue velvet suit. So festive and fun. These suit and tie dies are in the annual catalog, and whether you're making cards for Christmas or Father's Day or a birthday or a wedding or another special occasion like that, these cards really make a special keepsake to give to your favorite guy. I love the little tie tack too. We've got the blue pearl and the red rhinestone. These are so special, Cheryl. Thank you so much for sharing this fun idea. And I'm not sure which one I'm going to keep yet. I want you to vote at home. Which one do you like, this or that, the green plaid or the blue flowers? If you had a choice, which one would you keep? Maybe you'll help me decide. Cheryl, thank you for sending that card in. Our last card of the night is from Cecilia Jerry. Cecilia is a new team member of mine. Cecilia, I'm so excited to have you as a Jubilant Stamper on my team. Congratulations again and welcome. This card is so fun, and I'm so glad that you sent it in for the Great Big Card Swap. Cicely told me that she usually creates bigger cards like this. So here are the standard cards that we usually make. So it is a little bit bigger. And Cecilia, thank you so much for including an envelope for me. I usually say don't include an envelope, but if your card is an unusual size, it definitely is helpful to me if you do. I love this designer paper that is cut to create like this starlight. I think that is just so amazing. Hark the Herald Angels Sing. I know this was in the catalog last year. I think it still is in the catalog this year. I think there's a whole stamp set of sentiments. Let's take a look really quick in the back. If it is still in this stamp set, in this catalog, yes, then it is on its way out. It will be retiring. So here's the stamp set here on page 41, and we've got all these wonderful Christmas greetings in different fonts. Christmas begins with Christ. Hark the herald angels sing. Glory to the newborn King. For unto us a child is born. Oh, come let us adore him. That's what she used on the inside here. Oh, I love this card. So beautiful. And a perfect way to end the Great Big Card Swap. Where did my postcard go so I can show you the details once again? We are at the end of our video, our showcase for November 2021 with Christmas cards. But we always are doing the Great Big Card Swap. So if you haven't participated yet, I hope that you will send a card for the December swap. Our theme is winter. So send snowflakes, send penguins, send snowmen, send anything winter theme for December. If you want to send ahead to January, make sure to mark the envelope very clearly. The theme will be love. So you can send Valentine's Day or wedding, anniversary, any kind of love themed card. You can send them to Julie Davison, P.O. Box 6164, Champaign, Illinois 61826. Make sure you include a return postage stamp so I can send your card back to you. No need to include envelopes unless you have an odd size card. It is really that simple. Send a card, see them all, and get one back. Thank you so much for tuning in for the Great Big Card Swap. I hope you enjoyed all these amazing card ideas. I know that I'm so inspired and I can't wait to share more with you. So be sure to tune in every day, December 1st through 12th, for my daily 12 Days of Christmas videos. And of course, on Thursday night at 7:10 p.m. Central Time for Thursday night stamp therapy. See you next time.